managed by Kyle Smith. He is assisted by Brian Barnes and Michael Dixon.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series presented by Smash It Sports. You are looking at Howard Field here at the Laurel Sportsplex in beautiful Laurel, Mississippi, as we bring you now Game 17 of Division II Ozone Bracket play. My name is Christian Hoffman. I'm bringing you all the action throughout this weekend's Ozone Bracket. Well, this afternoon, we've got a game that we've been all waiting for. These are the only two remaining undefeated teams in the bracket, and they face off here. Anson County, North Carolina opened up with a 6-2 win over Hartford, Alabama, then defeated Avon Park, Florida yesterday 7-1. They've been waiting since then to take on this Decatur County, Tennessee team that has been impressive, dispatching Rustburg, Virginia 13-3 on Friday before taking down Seminary, Mississippi 12-2 yesterday morning, and then surviving the game of the tournament to this point, a 7-5 nightcap win over Sly County, Georgia last evening. So regardless, each team is going to come back for a 6 p.m. contest later tonight, but with very different stakes involved. The winner of this one will be the lone undefeated team remaining in a double elimination tournament and will play here on this field against Sly County, Georgia in a game that we will cover here on the DYB network. The loser of this one, however, will play an elimination game on our adjacent field against Avon Park, Florida, who won a game earlier this afternoon over Shelbyville, Texas. So we started yesterday morning with 11 teams in this bracket. We are now down to 4. Let's meet today's starting lineups brought to us by Lando Frost Deli Meats. The starting lineup for our visiting team from Anson County, North Carolina. Leading off is the third baseman, number 5, Ari Marshall. He is followed by the catcher, Brandon Stansberry, the shortstop, Reese Conklin, and the pitcher to start out today, Aiden Shepard. Batting fifth is the first baseman, Jacob Allen. He's followed by the center fielder, Jax Hyatt, the left fielder, Caleb Randall, and the second baseman, Van Udy. Batting ninth and playing right field is Wesley Young. The bottom three in the lineup, John Carter Tuning, Barrett Bates, and Ross Burr. This Anson County, North Carolina squad managed by Kyle Udy. He is assisted by Neil Conklin and Brian Allen. Still warming up here. Let's go quickly through the starting lineup for Decatur County, Tennessee. Out in the field, Rylan Dixon is the starting pitcher. He'll lead off. He's followed by the shortstop, Harris Barnes, the catcher, Lane Wyatt, and the first baseman, Reed Alexander. Batting fifth is the third baseman, Gray Smith. He's followed by the second baseman, Cannon Rogers, the left fielder, Easton Fisher, and the center fielder, Bentley Dudley. Wyatt Collett will follow in the 9 spot. The right fielder batting 10th is Alden Fisher. He's followed by Gunnar Bogus and Brawley Brasher. This Tennessee squad is managed by Kyle Smith. He's assisted by Brian Barnes and Michael Dixon. So, Dixon on the mound. Rocks and fires. First pitch over for a strike against Ari Marshall. Out in the outfield, Fisher in left, Dudley in center. And Fisher in right. Ball inside. Around the infield, Smith at third, Barnes at short, Rogers at second, Alexander at first. Dixon on the mound, throwing to Wyatt. The 1-1. This is a chopper to the left side. Barnes up with it, throws across, and the first man is retired, 6-3.
Stepping to the plate for North Carolina, number 3, Brandon Stansberry.
Brandon Stansberry is the backstop for this North Carolina squad. Stansberry went 0 for 3 against Hartford, Alabama, and then came back, went 2 for 3 with an RBI against Florida. Ball outside. Let's take another look at the play by Barnes. Dixon now rocks and fires the 1-0. This one is lifted to the right side. Over to grab it is the second baseman in shallow right field. Rogers makes the play. So 2 up, 2 down for Dixon as he works through the top of this lineup. Reese Conklin is the number 3 hitter.
Number 6, Reese Conklin.
Conklin starting shortstop for this North Carolina squad. Bats from the left side. Ball down low. Take another look at Rogers, covering a lot of territory to go over and grab it. The 1-0. Misses low. So glad you're joining us here for this one. Should be a fine ball game. This one is hammered out to right center field and off the fence. Can't hit it much harder than that, but Conklin held to a single that hits directly off of our outfield fence. Conklin did the same thing nearly, maybe about 10 feet shorter than that, back against Hartford, Alabama. In what was a 2-1 contest, North Carolina trailed, and then in stepped Shepard to follow, who hit a 2-run bomb. Shepard this time comes up with a man on and 2 down. Starting pitcher for today's contest. Throw over, and Conklin back safely. 3 pitchers really doing the heavy lifting here for North Carolina. This is a ground ball taken over to Rogers, who retires Shepard 4-3. So a 2-out knock by Conklin goes for naught. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless between North Carolina and Tennessee. Today's game is being brought to you by Lando Frost, a family-owned business that's been making great tasting lunch meat for over 60 years. Find their brands in supermarkets nationwide. Check them out at landofrost.com. When it comes to baseball and softball gear, nobody beats Smash It Sports. For the largest bat and equipment selection online, the lowest price is guaranteed, free shipping, and real expertise from people who live the game, Smash It Sports has you covered. Visit smashitsports.com. We see that graphic in the lower left. It is roasting out there here in Laurel, Mississippi. 97 degrees currently at game time here for this one. So we will institute 5-minute hydration breaks. They'll come at the end of the second inning and the end of the fourth inning. Here today to let everybody escape the direct sunlight at least. Not going to escape much of that heat in the dugout, but helps a little bit at least. So Aiden Shepard on to start this one for this North Carolina squad. Anson County, North Carolina, located about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so east of Charlotte, down toward the South Carolina border. Decatur County, Tennessee, located roughly halfway or so between Memphis and Nashville over on the western end of the state. Both find their way here to Laurel, Mississippi.
On the mound today for North Carolina is number 20, Aiden Shepard.
Aiden Shepard, in North Carolina's last outing against Florida, ended up throwing 1 2/3 innings, gave up the 1 run and 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, but 4 walks. So a little wild there was Shepard. Let's see what he can do against a very difficult Tennessee lineup.
Leading off for Tennessee, number 23, Ryland Dixon.
So Ryland Dixon digs in. Bats from the right side, starting pitcher today. First pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Ryland Dixon 2 for 3 last night against Sly County, Georgia. Scored a run. This one's fouled back to the screen, and Dixon's quickly down 0-2. North Carolina in the red top with the, the blue top with the red sleeves with the red North Carolina across the front. And Tennessee in the home whites, very reminiscent of the Knoxville University of Tennessee uniforms. This one's a two-hopper to the second baseman, Udy, who makes the play, flips over to Allen. And the leadoff man retired on this side as well.
Stepping to the plate next will be number 6, Harris Barnes.
Harris Barnes is the starting shortstop, bats from the left side. Barnes sends the fastball out of play, back behind us. Shepard working quickly here with no one on. And this one's right over our heads, back behind home plate. A lot of baseball still left to be played, but many teams have been sent home. Like I said, we're covering the O-Zone bracket. We've also got a AAA bracket in Majors Division II action as this one's skied out towards center field and over. Harris Barnes.
Number 6, Harris Barnes.
Barnes with his third home run of the tournament here to put Tennessee on the board in the bottom of the first inning. A solo shot that just kept carrying here on a hot day in Laurel, Mississippi. And Tennessee enjoys an early 1-0 advantage. Lane Wyatt is the catcher. Looks like he's on his way in, hopefully. Here we go. Maybe looking for a bat.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 16, Lane Wyatt.
Wyatt is the starting catcher here today for this Tennessee squad. First pitch strike as Shepard answers back. Late on that one is Wyatt. Quickly down 0-2 is the number 3 hitter. And later on a fastball, so Shepard answers right back with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 15, Reed Alexander.
Reed Alexander, as Tennessee alternates righties and lefties here in the lineup. Left on left matchup, and he's late on that one as well. Just dialing up number 1 here so far. Why would you throw anything else? The 0-2. Oh, there you go. That's why you throw something else. Get him looking. Well, only one man reaches, but it's on a solo home run. The third of the tournament by Harris Barnes. Tennessee takes a 1-0 advantage as we go to the top of the second. Let's look at it once again as that ball had some carry to it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is the strikeout of Shepard. By Shepard. All right, so we'll step away for just a moment as we go to the top of the second. Tennessee leads at 1-0. You're watching 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series action presented by Smash It Sports.
Tired of missing registration deadlines while managing work and family chaos? Team Pass makes youth sports registration simple. Sign up your kids for their favorite activities in minutes from anywhere. Tell your leagues to get Team Pass now. Visit www.teampass.com.
Smash It Sports is proud to be the diamond sponsor of the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Smash It Sports is your one-stop shop for everything baseball and softball. Top brands, unbeatable prices, and gear trusted by players and coaches everywhere. From T-ball to the World Series stage, we've got your players and teams covered. Use code DYB15 to save 15% off your order at smashersports.com today.
You see the big heads for that Tennessee squad. A great cheering section, as you hear them, actually, for the Decatur, Tennessee team. That, so far, undefeated. Jacob Allen, maybe the best pitcher here for this North Carolina squad, steps in. Ground ball goes over to Rogers, who flips it to Alexander. And Dixon continuing to make quick work here. Jax Hyatt now steps in. Hyatt, the center fielder for this North Carolina squad. Didn't know what to do with that one, did Hyatt? Called strike. Ball upstairs. So the state flags of each of the different teams represented here in the tournament are out beyond the outfield fence. That gives us the wind that we're seeing whipping pretty good from left to right at this point. The most wind I think I've seen all tournament to this point. Hear a little bit in our crowd mics. That one's up and in. So Hyatt ahead 3-1. Hyatt went 2 for 2 with a double and 2 RBI in North Carolina's win against Florida, and he works himself a a one-out walk.
Stepping to the plate next for North Carolina will be number 1, Caleb Randall.
Caleb Randall now steps in. Dixon comes set. Runner goes. That was a close play, and he got him. What a throw. Barnes was late on covering, but the throw led him just where it had to be. And Wyatt picks off Hyatt for the second out. So now Dixon can relax a bit. 2 men down and no one on. A little different situation than 1 on and 1 out. This is a ground ball hit to Barnes. He'll come across, fire a strike. And Tennessee is off and rolling. That's 2 innings down with only 13 pitches thrown by Dixon. Let's take another look at that throw. Yeah, Barnes, you can see just late and was able to apply the tag, a perfect throw to lead him into the out. So we'll stay here as we go to the bottom of the second inning after no runs on no hits. There were no errors and no one left. All right, so getting the defensive substitutes in now. Schuning moves into left field for Randall, and Bates moves into right. So our outfield currently, Schuning, Hyatt, and Bates. And then around the horn, we go Marshall at third, Conklin at short, Udy at second, Allen at first, Shepard throwing to Stansberry. Again, 12 hitters in the lineup for each of these teams, all 12 bat throughout. But each player must also get in 6 outs defensively, so pretty much every inning you're going to have some defensive substitutes. So Shepard on for his second inning of work. He'll face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Smith, Rogers, and Fisher. Swing and a miss for Smith to start us off. The 0-1. Outside. Hyatt out in center field, playing very deep and very swung around toward left field. Big gap out there between right and center. Let's see where Smith can put it. Ball high. Shepard, the lefty. Fouled, up and out of play.
Please return all foul balls to the dugout. Thank you.
An exciting and well-run tournament here in Laurel. Here for this 2026 Division II World Series this week. We'll do it all again next week. Shepard unable to find the release point on that one, but spikes a ball. Full count pitch upcoming now to the number 5 hitter, Smith. Left on left matchup. Able to get a piece of it, and we'll do it again. The full count offering. Fouled out of play once again. Gray Smith 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts last night. Scored a run and brought one home in that big 6-inning rally in the 4th inning, which proved to be what Tennessee needed. That one misses outside, so Smith able to work a walk. First time either side had the leadoff man aboard here in this one.
Stepping in the box for Tennessee will be number 5, Cannon Rogers.
Cannon Rogers now steps in. Rogers squares to bunt. That throw is airmailed over to first base. Allen gives chase, but unable to track it down. Instead, Bates comes in from right field to grab it. That's an E1 on our pitcher that will advance Smith up. Coach Udy's going to come out. Hopefully at least calm things down. Got a feeling the center fielder might be coming in. I saw a little head nod. As Hyatt trots in from his center field spot. While we've got a second, when it comes to baseball and softball gear, nobody beats Smash It Sports. For the largest bat and equipment selection online, the lowest price is guaranteed. Free shipping and real expertise from people who live the game, Smash It Sports has you covered. Visit smashitsports.com. No, not this time for Hyatt. Hyatt will retreat back to center field, and it's still Shepard's game. So Rogers now steps in, has not seen a pitch of that in this at bat. Rogers will square to bunt. The first baseman crashes. That's called strike as Rogers pulls back. Again, here in DYB play, illegal to slash. So once you square around a bunt, all you can do is either put down a bunt, or at least attempt to, or pull back. So that's why you have those middle infielders crashing on it. This one's sent back to the screen by Rogers, and he's down 0-2. So again, either way, both these teams will play at 6 p.m. tonight. One of them, however, the winner, will be the lone undefeated team and still has to lose twice in order to bow out of this tournament. Goes chasing up high, and Rogers is down on strikes. So that's 3 strikeouts for Shepard.
Stepping to the plate, number 1, Easton Fisher.
Easton Fisher is the left fielder here for this Tennessee squad to start this one. Runner at second is Gray Smith. Shepard steps off. Easton Fisher, known as Big E, rising 7th grader at Decatur County Middle. Squares to bunt and puts one down right back to the pitcher, though. He'll go to third, where Marshall able to tag out Smith. So the bunt put down, but right back to the pitcher. Shepard does a nice job to make the right play.
Stepping in next for Tennessee is number 25, Bentley Dudley.
So runner at first is Easton Fisher as Bentley Dudley, the center fielder, steps in. Ball high. Again, big gap, this time in left center field. They're figuring that Tennessee's not going to be able to pull it out there. Squares to bunt, does Dudley, and a called strike. So 2 men down. Runner at first base, and a 2-1 count. Tennessee leads this one 1-0 on the 1-out home run back in the first inning by Harris Barnes, his 3rd of the tournament. That one's a called strike. Ticks off the glove of Stansberry, though, and it's a free base on the pass ball as Fisher goes down to second. The 2-2. Ground ball, weakly hit to Marshall. He'll fire across the diamond and gets Dudley by a step or two. So we've played 2. Tennessee leads it 1-0. We'll step away for a 5-minute hydration break to keep everybody as cool as possible in this one. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series presented by Smash It Sports.
Are you frustrated with league management systems that make you feel like you need an engineering degree to use them? Introducing TeamPass, a youth sports management system made simple. No more complicated pages or confusing websites. TeamPass gives you quick and easy tools for better league management at a price less than a gallon of gas. You can spend less time working and more time playing. Visit www.teampass.com for more information.
The love of the game begins with the bat and ball. This is America's game. More than 5 million people are having fun at bat, and even more have answered the call to play ball. With the help of those who came before, our pastime's future is bright. When the lights are brightest, those who came through the pipeline are ready. All roads lead here. Playing for your country, playing for the love of the game, playing for glory.
crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, Brad. Cheese, 10 more, go.
I'm getting shredded.
Land of Frost premium meat, now in hot honey flavors.
I know when I'm putting a Wilson glove on, I don't gotta worry. You get over 40,000 pitches thrown throughout a season. It's always trying to stay locked in one pitch at a time, slow down the game, and want the ball to be hit to you.
I want to play every day. I like to have fun.
Love this thing. I'm gonna probably use this thing as long as I can.
Got to be locked in every pitch. At the end of the day, I just want to get outs for the pitchers.
It holds up throughout the entire season, which is a huge deal when you're playing every day.
I've been using the same glove for quite a while now. It's a testament to the product that y'all have been able to put in my hands.
If people have a Wilson glove, it's one of the best so far. The best is the best. People know that.
Tired of missing registration deadlines while managing work and family chaos? Team Pass makes youth sports registration simple. Sign up your kids for their favorite activities in minutes from anywhere. Tell your leagues to get Team Pass now. Visit www.teampass.com.
Smasher Sports is proud to be the diamond sponsor of the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Smasher Sports is your one-stop shop for everything baseball and softball. Top brands, unbeatable prices, and gear trusted by players and coaches everywhere. From T-ball to the World Series stage, we've got your players and teams covered. Use code DYB15 to save 15% off your order at smashersports.com today.
Welcome back. Just wrapping up a 5-minute hydration break here in Laurel, Mississippi. Undefeated showdown between Anson County, North Carolina and Decatur County, Tennessee in this one. Again, only 4 teams left in an 11-team bracket here at this point. Winner of this one will advance to a 6 p.m. showdown tonight here on this field on the DYB network. Taking on Sly County. Decatur County, Tennessee played Sly County last night in that game, basically. And as a 7-5 winner, Anson County, North Carolina has not faced that Georgia squad. So we'll see how that one wraps up. And then the loser of this one will take on Avon Park, Florida, who just continues to win down in that loser's bracket. They've sent home Seminary, Mississippi and Shelbyville, Texas. And they will be awaiting on our adjacent field, the H2O field in the bracket, for the loser of this one. So each of these teams are going to have to get through 2 games to survive to tomorrow here today. We'll continue to hopefully make it make sense for you as you follow along with your team or just the bracket in general here from Laurel, Mississippi. Make plays at any position with Wilson A2K and A2000 baseball gloves designed with long-lasting pro stock leather and trusted by elite players like Mookie Betts and Ellie De La Cruz. Visit wilson.com to learn more and to find your next favorite glove. All of us here at Synergy Sports and Entertainment would like to thank the City of Laurel and the gang at Laurel Parks and Recreation for their kind hospitality throughout our 2-week stay here at the 2026 DYB World Series. For those of you watching our broadcast, we invite you to check out visitlaureljones.com for more information. Van Udy leads things off. He's the number 8 hitter. here for this North Carolina squad. Plays second base as well as Dixon is on for his third inning of work. And a ball inside. Very efficient outing here for Dixon so far. Just 17 pitches through those first 2 innings. The 1-0 to UD is lifted foul and out of play. UD now the 1-1. And it's low. Dixon now the 1-2. Sorry, the 2-1. Now a 2-2 as he fouls it out of play. UD came in and picked up a 1-inning save in their game against Alabama early on. Went 1 for 2 with a run scored as well. And making Dixon work like no one else has here. "17 pitches in the first 7 at-bats. And that one's upstairs. Now the 7th pitch of this at-bat upcoming. The count run full to the leadoff man of the inning, UD. That one misses. So a leadoff walk as North Carolina puts the leadoff man for the first time aboard.
Up next for North Carolina, number 11, Wesley Young.
Wesley Young, starting right fielder for North Carolina. Wesley Young, also known as Whistler to the team. Rising 7th grader at Union Academy. His future career plans include playing either in MLB, NFL, or becoming a ninja. So he's got options. Throw over to first base, UD back safely. His favorite baseball memory is finding out that his team is coming here to Mississippi. Dixon sets. First pitch over for a strike to Young. North Carolina has done it 3 different ways here in this tournament. This is a sharp ground ball. Hit to shortstop. We'll get 1, but not 2. And now Wesley Young's going to try to stretch for 2. A throw in, not quite in time. So UD is retired on the 6-4. Wesley Young reaches on the fielder's choice.
Due up now is North Carolina's number 30, John Carter shooting.
And then the throwing error is going to move Young from first to second. So one man is retired as John Carter shooting, the 10-hitter steps in. Still a slight breeze, maybe out toward right field. This one is popped foul back our way. Take another look at that as you see Barnes makes the play, flips it to second base. And the throw gets by Alexander. This one is lifted foul once again. So shooting quickly down 0-2. Tying run at second base here for North Carolina in the top of the 3rd. Dixon staring at the runner, comes home and misses high. Now the 1-2 is laced foul down the third base line. Solid contact there from Schuening. Schuening 1 for 2 with a run scored. Hit the ball out into left center field back in that game yesterday against Hartford, Alabama. This one is hit through the left side. And quickly up with it is Alden Fisher in left field. So John Carter Schuening does the job, finds a way on with a base knock, and moves Wesley Young over to third.
Next up for North Carolina, number 8, Barrett Bates.
Barrett Bates now steps in playing out in the outfield. Right fielder mostly. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Bates squares to bunt. We've seen him bunt before. This one's not his best. It's fouled back. Another look at that hot shot through the left side. Bates got himself a bunt single and also doubled. Went 2 for 2 in that game against Avon Park yesterday. Dixon will step off. Bates awaits the 0-1. He'll be swinging away. He'll lift it out just over the head of shortstop, but Barnes back a few steps and able to reel it in. So 2 men down here, and the number 12 hitter, Ross Burr, steps in.
Again for North Carolina will be number 28, Ross Burr.
Burr 0 for 1 in the Hartford, Alabama game. He'll square to bunt, but pull back at the ball. He's ahead 0-1. Burr 0 for 2 in the Florida game yesterday. So the tying run just 70 feet away here for North Carolina, but 2 men down. Comes home. It's a ground ball to Rogers at second. He's up with it and throws to first. So 2 men left stranded in a 1-run game as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Tennessee back to the bat. Dixon able to work his way now through 3 innings pitched, only at 35 pitches. And Shepard will come out and grab the ball for North Carolina. Shepard will be facing the 9, 10, 11 hitters in the Tennessee lineup. Collett, Alden Fisher, and Bogus. Today's game is brought to you in part by Sadler Insurance. They've been the endorsed insurance provider for DYB for decades. Think of Sadler Insurance for all your sports insurance needs for all different types of sports and activities. Quotes are available instantly online at sadlersports.com. Sadler insures teams, leagues, camps, tournament hosts, and sports facilities and is a one-stop shop for all your policies and risk management needs. Sadler is the official insurance provider to Diamond Youth Baseball. And then who's in left? Defensively, Berg checks into the game in left field. Young comes back in after starting the game in right. So Wyatt Collett reels back at first pitch. He had the bunt on, but takes a strike. the only game doing right now here in Ozone bracket play. Ball upstairs. Most of the tournament, we've had double barrel action here on this end of the Laurel Sportsplex. And this one's fouled back behind our first base dugout. Foul back to the screen once again. Collett keeps working in there against Shepard. One, two to the leadoff man, and it's high. Count evens at 2-2. Wyatt Collett back in that game last night, 0 for 2. Tried to drop down a leadoff bunt, but it didn't work, and that one misses just high. The count run full as Shepard deals with the 9-hitter. Foul back. Shepard rolling along here. Down on strikes is Collett for the first out here in the third. Alden Fisher now steps in.
To the plate for Tennessee will be number 2, Alden Fisher.
First pitch strike. That's Fisher. Squares around the bunt. Take a look at that last one. Unable to make contact. And throws the fastball by Fisher that time.
40 pitches, 40.
That's 40 pitches now for Mr. Shepard on the mound. I got a feeling this is going to be Shepard's game for a while here. This is a ground ball out to Udy at second. Flips to Allen at first, and the second out recorded. So the first two men down here in the third. Gunnar Bogus steps in.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 13, Gunnar Bogus.
Bogus went 2 for 3 with an RBI back in that middle game here in bracket play. 2 for 3 with an RBI against Seminary, Mississippi. Called strike. In that Seminary, Mississippi game, Tennessee didn't really have the big inning, but just kept piling on. Scored in 5 of the 6 innings and only gave up 2 hits. That one's inside. That 6-run inning back last night against Georgia, their biggest inning here in any of their games. They put up runs, but just not in bunches as that one catches the outside corner. Their wins so far here in bracket play, 13-3, 12-2, and 7-5 for Tennessee. 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back off the screen. Tennessee, just a 3-0 win over Hartford, Alabama in pool play. Hartford, Alabama team that did not register a win here in this one. They were saving the big bats for bracket play, was Tennessee. That one misses low. Count evens at 2-2. Deuces on the scoreboard. Shepard resets. The 2-2. Hit on a couple of hops to Udy, who comes up and fires to Allen. So a couple of ground outs to second base will get Shepard out of the inning. We go to the top of the fourth. Tennessee still leading by 1. Only on that first inning solo shot by Harris Barnes. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series action presented by Smash It Sports.
Are you frustrated with league management systems that make you feel like you need an engineering degree to use them? Introducing TeamPass, a youth sports management system made simple. No more complicated pages or confusing websites. TeamPass gives you quick and easy tools for better league management at a price less than a gallon of gas. You can spend less time working and more time playing. Visit www.teampass.com for more information.
The love of the game begins with the bat and ball. This is America's game. More than 5 million people are having fun at bat, and even more have answered the call to play ball. With the help of those who came before, our pastime's future is bright. When the lights are brightest, those who came through the pipeline are ready. All roads lead here. Playing for your country, playing for the love of the game.
Ari Marshall will lead things off against Dixon. He'll drop down a first pitch bunt. Dixon gets it, not in time. Bunt single for Marshall, the leadoff man, able to climb aboard. North Carolina trying to tie this one up. So glad that you're joining us here watching matchup of the last 2 undefeated teams here in bracket play. Wind switches, now blown out toward left field a bit. Dixon throws over just to keep Marshall close. Marshall had 3 stolen bases back earlier in one of the games. That comes up and in. And a foul ball. Dixon with 37 pitches here as we're in the top of the fourth. Stansberry flew out to right field back in his first AB in the first. This one is hit down the line, just inside the line for extra bases for Stansberry. Rounding third, Marshall is waved home. Throw, not quite in time as it goes off of the glove. It's an RBI double for Stansberry to tie things up here in the top of the fourth. Big rip there for Stansberry, the catcher. Let's look at it again. Just fights one off. And just inside the line, maybe even take the line, honestly. Down third base line. Bogus comes up firing. Gets it into Smith. Throw not bad, but was not going to beat the speedy Marshall as he slides in. So now North Carolina in business. So Dixon's day is done. Cannon Rogers will take the ball. So 3+ innings for Mr. Dixon.
Stepping on the mound next for Tennessee will be number 5, Cannon Rogers.
No strikeouts registered by Dixon. And 2 walks. Three hits, and at this point, just the 1 run, but Stansberry out at second, still his responsibility. So Cannon Rogers will step in for Tennessee. Cannon Rogers threw an inning in 2/3. Looked great against Rustburg, Virginia. No hits, no runs, no strikeouts. Did walk 3, though. Reese Conklin,
Number 6, Reese Conklin.
the left-hander, steps in. Conklin singled and was left stranded with 2 outs back in the first inning. The first pitch is a ball. 1-1 top 4. Both these teams will play at 6 o'clock tonight, with very different stakes. Big swing and a miss as Conklin comes up empty. Count evens at 1. Still no one out. After Stansberry's double down the left field line, that knots the game at 1. This one is lifted out towards center field. It's got some carry, goes deep, and it's gone. Reese Conklin, a 2-run home run to give North Carolina the lead. North Carolina rallying here in the top of the 4th inning. We're down 1-0. And now the first 3 men to the plate all come around to score against 2 different Tennessee pitchers.
Now batting for North Carolina, number 20, Aiden Shepard.
Ball likes to fly in the heat, and that one had some carry to it. Shepard trying to go back-to-back on the first pitch. Big swing and comes up empty. Shepard 0 for 1 on the day. Ball inside. Back and forth affair between the last 2 undefeated teams in the bracket. This one's lifted high and deep to left field. Going back and giving slight chase. Shepard hits it even farther than Conklin did. Back-to-back home runs for North Carolina. Makes it a 4-1 contest here in the top of the 4th. You see that ball just flying out there. That one certainly had some juice. So yeah, Coach Smith wants to come out and talk to not only Rogers on the mound, but all of the infield to come in. Tennessee, I don't believe, has trailed in this tournament. Maybe by 1 at the most. But they jumped on top with 5 runs in the first against Rustburg, Virginia in their first bracket play game, and then added 3, and then 3, and then they were up 11-3 after 3. Against Seminary, they scored in 5 of their 6 innings in a 12-2 win. And then last night, it was scoreless in the 4th. They jumped up 6-0, gave up 5 in the bottom of the 4th. They get 6-5 and ended up winning 7-5. So Tennessee facing some real adversity here as Jacob Allen steps in. Still no one out here in this top of the 4th. Ball low. We're going to say there for Rogers in facing Allen. Allen's 0 for 1. And tie now 2-0. Wind is blowing now out toward right field, but neither of those balls needed any wind aid. Those balls were ripped. Ball outside now 3-0. Rogers struggling to find the plate. Allen, a strong pitcher here for this North Carolina team. There's a strike over for Rogers. Allen from Peachland, North Carolina, and he'll foul one back off the screen. Best part of baseball for Jacob, or J-Bug as he's known, is playing with his friends. His favorite baseball memory is making it to the World Series 4 years in a row. His future career plans: to hunt, to fish, and to make money. Isn't that the dream? Easy chopper, and Rogers finally gets a nice and easy one for the first out. Jax Hyatt now steps in. He's the number 6 hitter and the center fielder for this North Carolina squad. Walked and was thrown out trying to steal second on a fantastic throw by Wyatt back in the second. This one is lifted pretty well out toward right field and over the head of Brasher out there in right. Throw into second base is close, but not quite in time, as Hyatt able to time it up for a 1-out double. Caleb Randall now will step in. A 4-run inning here for North Carolina in the top of the 4th. Rogers deals. This is a ground ball to the left side. No play to be made, it doesn't look like. Smith thought about going to first, then he tried to get the out at third. Decided to come back to first, but just was not in time. So runners at the corners now with one man down. We're going to see the double hit over Brasher's head.
Number 10, Van Udy.
Van Udy, the second baseman, steps in. Bunt, foul. As North Carolina looks to advance, now a 3-run advantage. Udy, the coach's son. This one is fouled off. Rogers sets. Ball outside. That will allow Randall to go to second, but no advance attempted by Hyatt at third. Udy walked back in the third inning. This was a weak grounder into Smith, who will this time no hesitation to throw over to first. And it's an RBI ground out for Udy to make it now a 5-1 contest. So Wesley Young comes back to the plate. This time with a runner at third and the man of Caleb Randall. Did not see this inning coming here for North Carolina. Dixon had things rolling along. This is going to be yet another weak ground ball over to Smith at third. Bobbles it for a second, and he punches him out still at first. So 5 runs end up coming in. 6 hits in the inning. There were no errors, and they'll leave one, a couple of big knocks. Let's take another look back at that last play. Smith able to get it after the initial bobble. Close play, just got him. So back-to-back home runs from Conklin and Shepard put North Carolina on top 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Today's game is brought to you by Lando Frost, a family-owned company that sees great importance in keeping communities and their families healthy and active. Lando Frost started their youth sports initiative in 2003, which provides funds to help cover costs associated with organizing and operating youth sports organizations. Find out more at landofrost.com. That was the first home run by Conklin, I believe. Yep. So that went from 1-1 and 3-1. Saying Conklin hit a home run back on day 1 as well. And now this one is Shepard's home run to make it a 4-1 contest. Schoening moves into left and Bates moves into right. So the outfield alignment right now, Schoening, Hyatt, Bates left to right. Same infield as we started with here for North Carolina. Well, Shepard on for his 4th inning. He'll face Brawley Brasher to start things off, the number 12 hitter. Well, when Shepard came into the dugout after his last inning, he was down 1-0. Now he's up 5-1, and he's going to pump some strikes in past Brasher. The 0-2 just misses low. Now the 1-2 outside. Counts even at 2-2. Brasher in that 7-5 win last night, 0 for 2. Looking to get rolling here and goes chasing. Down on strikes is Brasher to start us off in the 4th. As Shepard registers his 5th strikeout here of the day. That'll roll the lineup over now. Rylan Dixon. Dixon grounded out to second base. He'll wheel around for a bunt attempt. Shepard goes up and in, and they'll say Dixon got out of the way and got the bat back in time. So Dixon ahead 1-0. See the Georgia contingent starting to mill around back behind home plate. That's a called strike. Only 4 teams left in this tournament. Once again, winner will play that Sly County, Georgia team that won earlier today. The loser of this one will play Avon Park, Florida. Both those games at 6 p.m. as that pitch misses away. We'll get the winner of this one against Sly County, Georgia on this field. The other field will get the loser and Florida. That one is a called strike. Count evens at 2-2, 1 man down. No one on in the bottom of the 4th. Shepard deals. Called strike 3 on the outside corner to Dixon. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Shepard.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 6, Harris Barnes.
So Barnes has hit 3 of them out so far in this tournament. So important that he comes up with no one on here for North Carolina as they look to go through this lineup. Barnes comes up empty on the first pitch. Take another look back at called strike 3. The 0-1 misses high. Shepard now up to 59 pitches in this one. Hard cap at 85. That one's inside. Swings through this one. Now the count even at 2-2. Hyatt playing very deep out in center field. Corner outfield. Playing about normal depth, maybe a step or two back. Two down. The 2-2. That one's low. Count run full. This one is fouled off of Barnes, and he'll take a moment to regroup. Last night in that 7-5 win for Tennessee, Barnes hit the 2-run go-ahead home run. It was then his second home run of the tournament, and he hit that solo bomb here in the first inning. It's the only run Tennessee's accounted for here off of Shepard. The full count pitch. This one is ripped into right center field. Barnes thinks quickly to go back to first base. As a nice job done by Bates to get that ball in quickly and to hold Barnes to just a single base. Lane Wyatt is the catcher who hits number 3. Let's take another look at that swing.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 16, Lane
Barnes
Wyatt.
rips it to left. I'm sorry, into right center. Wyatt first pitch swinging and fouls it off. Wyatt struck out back in the first inning against Shepard. 6 Ks now for Mr. Shepard. Ball down low. The lefty sets. Right back up the middle into center field. Hyatt was playing deep. Will come in and get it and toss it in. So a 2-out rally with the top of the lineup here. And Reed Alexander stepping in.
Stepping in for Tennessee will be number 15, Reed Alexander.
See that rip right back up the middle. Courtesy runner over at first base as the catcher, Wyatt, will go and start putting on the pads. So Dixon comes in to run. And now Alexander, struck out looking back in the first, gets another chance. Called strike 1. This one is fouled off. Tennessee able to knock off Georgia last night, 7-5. The 3 and 4 hitters, however, unable to contribute, went 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. That was Wyatt and Alexander. So Wyatt able to get a single just now, but Alexander's a little bit of a slump. Shepard's got a new ball, and we're ready to go. 2 on, 2 out. The 0-2. Called strike 3, and Shepard gets out of it. No runs come across. There were 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left. As we go to the top of the 5th inning now, North Carolina enjoying a 5-1 lead. Let's take another look. The 0-2 pitch comes in and called strike 3. Alexander just hangs his head for a second and then heads back to the dugout. Shepard off and rolling now with 4 innings complete. So we have a 5-minute hydration break to let everyone cool off, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes to bring you the last couple of innings of a good one. 2 undefeated teams going at it. North Carolina leads 5-1. You're watching 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series action presented by Smash It Sports.
See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more, go.
I'm getting shredded.
Land of Frost premium meat, now in hot honey flavors.
I know when I'm putting a Wilson glove on, I don't got to worry. You get over 40,000 pitches thrown throughout a season. It's always trying to stay locked in 1 pitch at a time, slow down the game, and want the ball to be hit to you.
I want to play every day. No, I like to have fun.
Love this thing. I'm going to probably use this thing as long as I can.
Got to be locked in every pitch. At the end of the day, I just want to get outs for the pitchers.
It holds up throughout the entire season, which is a huge deal when you're playing every day.
I've been using the same glove for quite a while now. It's a testament to the product that y'all have been able to put in my hands.
And people have a Wilson glove. It's one of the best so far. No, the best is the best. People know that.
Tired of missing registration deadlines while managing work and family chaos? Team Pass makes youth sports registration simple. Sign up your kids for their favorite activities in minutes from anywhere. Tell your leagues to get Team Pass now. Visit www.teampass.com.
Smash It Sports is proud to be the diamond sponsor of the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Smash It Sports is your one-stop shop for everything baseball and softball. Top brands, unbeatable prices, and gear trusted by players and coaches everywhere. From T-ball to the World Series stage, we've got your players and teams covered. Use code DYB15 to save 15% off your order at SmashItSports.com today.
Are you frustrated with league management systems that make you feel like you need an engineering degree to use them? Introducing Team Pass, a youth sports management system made simple. No more complicated pages or confusing websites. Team Pass gives you quick and easy tools for better league management at a price less than a gallon of gas. You can spend less time working and more time playing. Visit www.teampass.com for more information.
The love of the game begins with the bat and ball. This is America's game. More than 5 million people are having fun at bat, and even more have answered the call to play ball. With the help of those who came before, our pastime's future is bright. When the lights are brightest, those who came through the pipeline are ready. All roads lead here. Playing for your country, playing for the love of the game, playing for glory.
Welcome back. We'll bring you the last 2 innings of this one here. It's a good one between North Carolina and Tennessee. Quick recap, Harris Barnes starts things off in the bottom of the first innings with a solo home run, his 3rd home run of the tournament, to put Tennessee on top. And that was it until we got to the 4th inning. The 2 starting pitchers trading back to back, Dixon for Tennessee and Shepard for North Carolina. And then things started rolling for North Carolina in the top of the 4th. Marshall reaches with a bunt single to lead things off. Stansbury follows with a double down the left field line to tie the game. Then back-to-back home runs by Conklin and Shepard, followed by another run brought in later by Udy on a ground out to Hyatt, or that brings in Hyatt. And North Carolina, somewhat surprisingly, takes a 5-1 lead in the top of the 4th. Nothing doing in the bottom of the 4th, so here we are, top 5, in a undefeated matchup between Anson County, North Carolina, and Decatur County, Tennessee. Winner of this one will stay on this field. An approximate 6 p.m. start here tonight, taking on Sly County, Georgia. The loser of this one will move over to our adjacent field and take on Avon Park, Florida. The winner of this one, however, will be the only one of those 4 teams remaining with no losses. Everyone else has a loss in a double elimination bracket. So a big advantage here in this one. Things looking good for North Carolina right now, but still a lot of baseball left to be played. So Rogers comes home as he pitches to John Carter Schuning. Schuning is 1 for 1 on the day. Singled and left stranded back in the 3rd. Rogers comes set. This is a weak ground ball over to second base. Rogers flips it over to Alexander, and the first out recorded. Barrett Bates now will step in. Bates popped out to the shortstop in his earlier at-bat. See another view as Rogers comes in, scoops it up, and flips over to first for the out. First pitch of ball here to Bates. Bates in that game against Florida went 2 for 2 with a double. Some great production out of your number 11 hitter as Bates comes up empty there. Rogers yanks that one. And the count now 2-1. Rogers deals. And that misses inside. 3-1 now the count. As Tennessee tries to make quick work of the bottom of the North Carolina order. Bates fouls one off to make Rogers keep working. This one's lifted out to center field. Dudley in and can't make the catch. Bates takes his lead. Now Ross Burr steps in. It's a ball high. Take another look at it, and that's actually Fisher. Can't make the play. Now ball high. Ball outside. Two 2-0 now the count. Rogers just unable to locate the strike zone at this point, and he'll walk the number 12 hitter in the lineup to roll it over. Bates moves to second, Burr at first, and now Marshall, who started that fourth inning rally with a bunt single, steps in. Coach Smith walks out to talk to Rogers. Umpire making the slow walk out, and Coach Smith has said his piece, and we'll get back to it. To the top of this North Carolina order, quite dangerous as we saw just last inning.
Back to the top of the North Carolina lineup for number 5, Ari Marshall.
Ari Marshall 1 for 2, mentioned that bunt single back last inning. Runner at second is Bates, runner at first is Burr. Rogers sets. Called strike one. That's a ball high, 1-1 now to Marshall. Ari Marshall, a rising 6th grader at Wadesboro Elementary. Favorite part of baseball is playing with his friends, especially Stansberry, Brandon Stansberry, the next hitter in the lineup. Called strike there, so 1-2 on Marshall. Misses away, 2-2. Ari also plays basketball and football, a Bobby Witt Jr. fan and a Ronald Acuna Jr. fan. Oh, that got him. Marshall unhappy as he makes his way down to first. So bases loaded here for North Carolina, and not the part of the lineup that you want that to be the case for if you're Tennessee. That'll be it for Rogers in this one. So 1 1/3 inning for Rogers as he departs. Right-handed thrower coming in. Perhaps Dudley? Bentley Dudley will step in.
Now on the mound for Tennessee will be number 25, Bentley Dudley.
Bentley Dudley now will come in to pitch. Bentley threw 3 innings against Seminary, Mississippi. Only allowed 1 hit and 1 run, 2 strikeouts and no walks. So he's one of the best Tennessee has, and they'll try to use him to keep North Carolina at bay here in the end of this one. Today's game stream is being brought to you by Synergy Sports and Entertainment, the official broadcast partner of Diamond Youth Baseball. Our experienced team of professional announcers, producers, and camera operators are excited to bring you live game coverage all this week and next. With over 100 years of combined experience, Synergy Sports is a full-service sports media and marketing company offering end-to-end video coverage, sports broadcasting, sponsorship acquisition, and promotion of your company's special events. Check us out today at synergysportsproductions.com. That goes up and in and hits Stansberry and will bring in a run. So Bates comes in to score, Bird to third, and Marshall to second. And now Reese Conklin steps up, who hit a home run his last time at the plate. He's sitting on 2 home runs here for the tournament. First pitch is down low for ball 1. Two for 2 on the day is Conklin. This one is hit pretty well out toward left field, but will stay in the park. Bogus has it measured, and it's a sac fly for Conklin. That's the second out of the inning as Burr comes in to score. Marshall has to stay at second, and Stansberry still at first. Aiden Shepard now will step in. He also hit a home run with back-to-back jacks back in the 4th inning. Stansberry now will use a courtesy runner. So Conklin comes in after making the out, and he'll take the place over at first base. Shepard, the starting pitcher in this one. He's hit 2 out of this field so far on the tournament. Dudley comes home with it, and it's a ball low. Quick throw back to second. Marshall able to just get back in time. Marshall's got wheels. We've seen him steal several bases here this weekend. Shepard able to keep it fair down the third base line. Marshall rounds third and comes home. Conklin will come into third. It's an RBI double for the cleanup man, Aiden Shepard. Nice job of hitting there to keep that one fair. And now an 8-1 advantage for the visiting Anson County, North Carolina squad. Now Jacob Allen is 0 for 2. He'll step up. Ball high. There you see that last rip down the left field line. Dudley. And Allen finds a hole through the right side. He'll come up firing, and it's a 2-run single for Jacob Allen. North Carolina piling it on here for against this Tennessee squad in an undefeated matchup. Jax Hyatt steps in. Hyatt 1 for 1, doubled and scored back in the fourth. That one had some movement to it, called for a strike. So Allen on at first. 2 men down in the top of the fifth. Ball low and outside. Hyatt against Florida yesterday, 2 for 2 with a double, 2 runs and 2 RBI. On that pace here today. Ball low. 10-1. After Tennessee enjoyed a 1-0 lead going to the fourth. Hyatt lets that one go by high, 3-1. Again, both of these teams undefeated and will play at the conclusion of this one, different games. Hyatt fouls this one off to run the count full. The winner of this one stays on this field to take on Georgia. The loser of this one moves to our other field to take on Florida. Runner goes. Hyatt goes down to first with the walk. Caleb Randall now steps in. 1 for 2 is Randall. Singled and left stranded in the fourth. Ball high. That offering from Dudley. This one's high again, now 2-0. This one's fouled, out of play. Runner at second is Allen, runner at first is Hyatt. High again, now 3-1. Ripped back to the screen to run the count full. So 2 on and 2 out as North Carolina continues to pour them on here in the fifth. Scoreless through 3. They put up 5 in the fourth. Now 5 so far in the fifth. Full count. Back to the screen again. We'll try it again, the full count. This one's foul, closer to play, but back behind first base.
Please return all foul balls to the dugouts, please. Thank you.
Throw back to second base. Just to try to keep Allen close and to vary things up a bit. 21 pitches now. Runners go, and that one misses. Bases loaded for Van Udy. Udy is 0 for 1 on the day, walked, and hit a grounder over to third base.
Now batting number 10, Van Udy.
It's a ball high. As Dudley falls behind once again. Up and in once again. Udy's ahead 2-0. That one's over for a strike. The 2-1. Swung through it. Deuces on the scoreboard. This is a ground ball. Hit to Barnes at short. Takes a few steps. Runs it over toward first. And out of the inning, finally, is Tennessee. 11 men come to bat. 5 of them end up scoring. Two hits, it looks like. There was one error and 3 men left. We'll go now to the bottom of the 5th inning. North Carolina enjoying a 10-1 advantage. This broadcast is proudly sponsored by Smash It Sports, the online pro shop with the largest selection of baseball and softball gear at the guaranteed lowest prices. Shop top brands, get free shipping on most orders, and find everything you need to play your best. Visit smashitsports.com. Could you look up something for me? Yeah, no problem. In the middle of that last inning, or the top of the 5th, I'm sorry, Marshall, what did he end up doing? He reached and scored.
Hit by pitch.
So Stansbury got hit by a pitch too?
Yeah,
I thought it was. I just got it confused.
Yeah, Marshall got hit and they changed pitch.
And they changed him the next pitch. Got it. All right. Back to it now. Shepard still on the mound for North Carolina. Burr is in left field, Hyatt in center, and Randall in right. Marshall at third, Conklin at short, Udy at second, Allen at first. Shepard pitching to Stansbury. First pitch into Gray Smith is a ball inside. Gray Smith walked and left stranded in his only other plate appearance here so far today. Breeze blowing ever so slight out. Shepard rocks and deals. Left-hander watches that one go by. Now 2-0. Hyatt in center, way over toward left. Ball up high. Now 3-0 as Shepard can't find it. Called strike over the outer half. The 3-1. Ground ball right back up the middle. Udy gives chase but can't come up with it. Hyatt will glove it and toss it in, so a leadoff knock for Tennessee here in the 5th.
Rogers.
Cannon Rogers now steps in. Called strike to start out. Let's take another look at that one. Right back up the middle. Udy tries, can't quite come up with it. 0-1, going to be that same ball, maybe hit not quite so hard. Udy flips, 1 out is recorded. Conklin comes across and gets the out, but not in time to get Rogers at first. So the lead runner is retired.
Stepping in next for Tennessee is number 1, Easton Fisher.
So Rogers on at first. Easton Fisher now steps in, another lefty in this lefty-heavy lineup. Called strike. Take another look at that. A flash of the leather by Udy. Spins around. Barehanded grab was the only chance that Conklin was going to have to make the play at first. Still not quite in time. Ball inside. Fisher digs back in. And a ball outside. Fisher dropped down a bunt back into second. Ended up going as a fielder's choice as Smith was retired at third base on the play. Throw over to first base. Allen able to reel it in. Shepard now up to 80 pitches. 85 is the firm limit. Might be looking at the last batter here for Shepard. This is another ground ball to Udy, who has to charge it. Flips to first and gets in. So 2 men down here in the 5th. And Shepard's got, what, 4 pitches to work with here against Bentley Dudley, the opposing pitcher at this point.
Number 25, Bentley Dudley.
Dudley grounded out to third last time up. This one is lifted out toward left center field. Center fielder Hyatt has a long way to go because he's playing so far over toward right. And a hustle double there. And an RBI to boot for Dudley. So Tennessee not going quietly. Trying to rally here, but they've dug themselves quite a hole.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 35, Wyatt Collins.
Wyatt Collett struck out to lead off the third. Ball inside. Take a look back at that one. Hyatt had a chance at it, but he was just playing so far over toward right. He just couldn't run it down. That one misses away. Now 2-0. And Shepard down to his final pitch. It's a ball low, 3-0.
85.
So that's 85 pitches. We believe that he's able to at least finish the batter here. 3-0. That's a strike, 3-1. Runner at second is Dudley. This is a ground ball hit to the left side. Conklin can't come up with it. Goes off his glove. And runners at the corners here for Tennessee. Base knock for Collett. And that'll be the end of the day for Aiden Shepard. He's getting a standing ovation from the North Carolina faithful and a hug from Coach Udy. I mean, judging by Shepard's previous outings, that is one heck of a performance there for Shepard. Shepard had a hard time locating. Was somewhat effective, but walked a few. But in this one, looked great and gave North Carolina everything that they needed to get them to an 8-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Let's look at that play once again. Just unable to come up with it was Conklin.
Now pitching for North Carolina, number 11, Wesley Young.
So Wesley Young will come in to relieve Shepard. Shepard, 4 2/3 innings pitched. Gives up just the 2 runs to this point, at least, but the runners on first and second are his responsibility. He'll give up 6 hits. Register 7 strikeouts. And walk just 1 in 4 2/3 innings. Wesley Young now will come on.
Well, he just called me from there. Yeah, I got it.
So Shepard's going to first. Anything else?
Just the pitcher.
So Shepard, after throwing 4 2/3, will take over at first base and sending Allen into the dugout. I assume he's the next pitcher up just in case Young needs it.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 2, Alden Fisher.
So the left-handed hitting Alden Fisher will step in against the right-handed throwing Wesley Young. Ball outside. I don't believe we've seen Young on this field, at least pitching yet. Now ball outside once again. Young comes set. That one goes back behind Fisher. And runners advance. So Tennessee trying to rally, down big in a matchup between 2 undefeated squads. That one over the outside corner. Young finally gets a strike. 3-1 now the count with 2 men down in the bottom of the 5th. Ground ball hit to Shepard, and he'll get out of it and step on the base. North Carolina faithful cheering on their squad. It's been an impressive showing here so far as they'll take a 10-2 lead in the top of the 6th inning after 1 run comes in there in the 5th. We'll step away for just a moment. You're watching 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series action presented by Smash It Sports. Dudley back to pitch again for Tennessee. Completely new defensive setup here for Tennessee in the 6th. Wesley Young, who is the pitcher of record in this, or the pitcher in the ball game at least, is up right now for North Carolina, and he lifts one down the left field line and fair. Rounding first, Young is pulling into second with a stand-up double to start us out here in the top of the 6th. Outfield alignment currently for Tennessee, Boguston left. Easton Fisher in center and Brasher in right. Rogers at third, Barnes at short. Alden Fisher at second, Smith at first. Dudley on the mound. And Dixon behind the plate. Take another look at this one. Lands just fair. This one's laced foul as well. So 0-1 the count. Last pitch did not count, I believe. I don't think we were set for that one. John Carter shooting at the dish. 1 for 2. Singled in the 3rd, grounded out to second base in the 5th. That pitch ends up a bit wild, but no advance by Young on it. Throw back to second base. And Young back safely. So still 2 more games happening tonight. One on each of our 2 fields of action here in the Ozone bracket. That one's high. Sly County will take over this field here. Avon Park, Florida, waiting on the other field. We'll see these 2 teams here later as well. Split between those 2 games. Ball high. Winner of this one will take on Sly County, Georgia, here on this field. Loser of this one heads next door to take on Avon Park, Florida, in an elimination game. And misses high again. Shooning trots down to first. Barrett Bates now steps in. Coach Smith will motion for Fisher to come in from center field. That's Easton Fisher. And he'll take the ball from Dudley. Looks like they'll just trade places as Dudley started the game out in center field. And Easton Fisher will get some warm-up tosses here as he readies to pitch to the number 11 hitter, Bates. A big shout out to our diamond sponsor, Smash It Sports. Whether you're a player chasing your next bat or a parent gearing up for a future star, Smash It Sports has you covered with the best brands and unbeatable prices. Shop now at smashitsports.com. So each of these teams have another 6 innings to go later this evening. They're trying to conserve as many arms as possible to get through this one. That's going to go the distance. So the runner at first now is Shooning. The runner at second is Young. And the 4th pitcher up here in this one for Tennessee is Easton Fisher. Bates now steps in. 0 for 2 officially. This is a line drive through the left side. Bogus comes up and gets it out in left field. And Bates keeps doing good work down there in the 11th spot. Bases juiced here for Ross Burr, the number 12 hitter. Still no outs here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss for Burr. Take another look at the rip by Bates through the left side. Burr connects and lifts it over the head of Barnes. It's a base knock, an RBI single for Ross Burr. That moves everyone up 70 feet and scores Young. Ari Marshall now steps in for his 4th plate appearance of the day. One for 2 officially as Marshall. Had a bunt single back in the 4th. Also was hit by a pitch and scored back in the 5th. There you see the replay of Burr's knock. This one is lifted high on the infield to the right side. Smith able to glove it for the first out. So Marshall retired on the pop out to first base, and now Stansberry steps in. Stansberry only the one hit so far today, but it was a big one. An RBI double that tied the game back in the 4th inning. Base is still loaded with 1 out. Fisher deals. It's a ground ball to second base. Shortstop thought that it was that there were 2 outs. And so he runs off. A potential double play not turned. And so 2 runs come in to score on the mental mistake by Barnes.
Courtesy running from the catcher will be number 5, Ari Marshall. Stepping up next for North Carolina will be number 6, Reese Conklin.
Conklin now steps in. Conklin hit the big home run back in the 4th inning to give North Carolina the lead that they still enjoy. First pitch strike. 2 RBI on that one, then followed up with a sac fly back in the 5th, so 3 RBIs so far for Conklin today. Marshall takes the lead, running in Stansberry's place as a courtesy runner. The advantage now 13-2, a result we did not see coming in this one. Conklin waves at that one. Count even at 2-2. Conklin lifts this one out toward right field. It's hit deep and is out. Conklin, a 2-run home run, his 2nd of the day. A 2-run home run extends now a 13-run advantage for North Carolina. Came in as one of the only 2 undefeated teams here, and they're sure looking like they're going to leave as the last one standing here in the bracket.
Now batting number 20, Shepard.
Aiden Shepard also hit a home run in this contest. Went back-to-back with Shepard back in the 4th. Swinging for the fences here is Shepard, who skies one right on the first base line. Smith able to grab it officially in fair territory as he dances around first base. And finally, Tennessee get another. 5 runs come in to score. So 5 in the 4th, 5 in the 5th, and now 5 in the 6th for North Carolina to make it a 15-2 game going to the bottom of the 6th. North Carolina just needs 3 outs to move their way into the winner's bracket game here later this afternoon, or evening, I should say. Wesley Young looks like he'll continue on here on the mound. Behind the plate, looks like a new catcher perhaps. Barrett Bates is back there. So we certainly hope that you'll stay with us for this next game. Will be the winner of this one against Sly County, Georgia. Georgia's only defeat here so far this weekend in Laurel, Mississippi. That was last night to the Tennessee squad, a 7-5 contest. So all right, so Young just looking for 3 outs. We've got 11, 12, and 1 due up for Tennessee, who's just run into a buzzsaw with the North Carolina Lumber here today.
Leading off for Tennessee, number 13, Gunnar Bogus.
The 1-0. Going outside, 2-0. Three and 0. I think Coach Udy will run anybody out there that can throw strikes at this point. And misses away. 4-pitch walk offered to the number 11 hitter, Bogus. Brawley Brasher now steps in.
Stepping up next for
Where's
Tennessee,
number 34?
Brawley Brasher.
Brasher, known as Braw Dog or BB to his teammates. That one is fired back to the screen. That's a wild pitch as Bogus goes to second. Favorite pregame song for Brawley. TNT by AC/DC, a classic. 1-1 now, the count evens for Young. Brasher, a rising 7th grader. Foul back to the screen. Now 1-2. His favorite baseball memory, Brawley, is being hit in the back with a baseball and then in the next at bat, hitting it off the fence. That's one way to get him back. Favorite major league player is Yadi Molina. Meets the approval of the press box crew. Future career plans is farming. Brasher goes sprawling out of the way. Again, Decatur County, Tennessee, out about halfway between Nashville and Memphis, out in the western part of the state. All outside. Count is run full to the number 12 hitter, Brasher. Brasher struck out back in the 4th. And misses away as Bogus will take third on the play as well. Tennessee not going quietly.
Back to the top of the Tennessee lineup. For number 23, Ryland Dixon.
Ryland Dixon started this one on the mound, went 3+ innings. Gave up just the 2 runs. It has gotten away from the Tennessee staff since then. Dixon 0 for 2 on the day. Ball high. Will go from first to second, does Brasher. And North Carolina just looking for 3 outs. Ball misses away. Coach Udy going to come out and talk to his pitcher. We thank you so much for joining us here on the DYB Network. Been a fun bracket here and still a lot of good baseball left to go. Got another game tonight, a championship game tomorrow, and we'll see if we have an if necessary game even tomorrow as well here in Ozone Play. Other brackets also being covered here on the DYB Network this weekend. This is Ozone Play. We've got AAA and Majors action over from the Raising Cane's field. Hopefully you've been bouncing back and forth between our games, following that one also. That one catches the strike zone. Marshall unable to come up with it over at third base. And a base knock. And a run-scoring base knock at that for Ryland Dixon.
Stepping to the plate, number 6, Harris Barnes.
So Brasher rolls into third. Dixon's on at first. And Harris Barnes, who has 3 home runs here in the tournament, steps to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. Well, whatever Coach Udy said, Young's been able to find the strike zone since then. Dixon takes his lead from first, and Young looks him back. 15-3 your score in the bottom of the 6th. Young paints one over the outside corner, strike 2. The right-hander comes set. That last one was a good one. That one misses outside. 1-2 with no one out. Got a balk. Balk is the call. So Brasher will score on the balk. And Dixon heads down to second. So Young's got to shake that off. He's got a 1-2 count on the number 2 hitter. Probably the most dangerous hitter here in the Tennessee lineup. This is a ground ball hit right to Conklin, who spikes the throw, but dug out by Shepard. Dixon down to third on the play. Lane Wyatt. The number 3 hitter, is 1 for 2 in the contest. Base knock back up the middle in the 4th. Struck out in his first at-bat. So runner at third is Dixon. North Carolina just 2 outs away from victory. Wyatt late on that swing. This one is hit just foul. Down past Shepard at first base. Schuning will chuck it back in. And Young ahead 0-2. Here to the dangerous three-hitter. That one's going to miss high. It's a good-looking pitch. Love to look at that one again if we have a replay. That one misses high and skips off to the backstop. So 2-2 the count. The 2-2. Hammered foul. So Young having to work through the middle of this Tennessee lineup. Wyatt hasn't really broken out here yet. That one's down in the dirt. 3-2 now. Conklin's going to come in and talk to Young. I think Conklin's noticed something. It seems like he's talking about when he comes set. A little tweak perhaps. Pitcher to pitcher advice. Young comes set. Try to get that breaker over, but it stays up high this time. And Wyatt walks down to first.
Stepping in for Tennessee is number 15, Reed Alexander.
Alexander 0 for 2 here in this one after going 0 for 3 last night. Swing and a miss for the lefty. Strike one. Runners at the corners with one out. North Carolina would love to try to roll up a double play right here. That one's going to be low and in the dirt. No advance down at third. But Wyatt will take second on the play. Makes the double play a little more difficult there. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. That one misses outside now. 3-1. The 3-1. This is a ground ball hit to Udy at second. Run scores. So Dixon scores to make it a 15-5 contest. So Tennessee down to their final out in this one. Another lefty in the Tennessee lineup. Lets that one go by for ball one. Wyatt at third, and two men down. So we'll have at least an hour break, I believe, in between these games, as each of these two teams in this lengthy game are going to come right back and play again. Different opponents. But we'll need to give them a break on a very hot day, so we hope that you'll come back and join us. I would say about an hour or so after the conclusion of this one. The 1-1. Low, 2-1. Again, the winner plays Sly County here on this field. The loser to take on Avon Park, Florida, over on the other field. Ball inside. This one is lifted foul. And the next pitch here will be number 40 for Mr. Young. Conklin again talking up his pitcher Young. That one just came out of the hand wrong. And it's a walk issued to Gray Smith.
40 pitches for Young. 40.
Cannon Rogers now steps in. 0 for 2 is Rogers on the day. Spent some time pitching in this one. And Coach Udy making the walk that he did not have to try. He did not want to have to make. Hoping that Young could finish this one out for him. And now we'll see the right fielder, I believe, John Carter Schuning, come into this one. So Young gets through one inning here.
Now on the mound for North Carolina is number 30, John Carter Schuning.
Go ahead. Just make sure I didn't call that ball. I just swapped it. Okay. 11 going right, correct? Yes, sir. 10-4, thank you.
So Schuning will come in to pitch this one and trade places with Young as he'll go back out to right. The entire North Carolina squad there to lend moral support to Schuning. Well, gotta say, this is exactly what neither side wanted. Wanted to try to get through this one as quickly as possible with as few pitchers as possible. Much like what Georgia did earlier today when we were able to see a complete game out of Braxton Gordon. In this one, Tennessee's had to throw 4, and this is the third pitcher here for North Carolina. Now, let's see what Schuning can do against Cannon Rogers, the number 6 hitter in the Tennessee order. Runners at the corner, still a 10-run advantage here for North Carolina. They're just looking for a single out in this one so that they can get out of this heat and get ready for the nightcap. Schuning rocks and deals. That one ends up a bit out in front of home plate. Smith trots to second. Schuning just asked to throw strikes and to use that defense behind him. So ball 2-0. North Carolina so far here this weekend. That one's over for a strike. North Carolina got the advantage with the bracket as they had to play their pool play game. They ended up playing Kentwood, Louisiana in pool play. 15-0 was the win. And they only had to win 2 games in order to get to this point. They were both much closer games than this one has been. This is a ground ball to Conklin, who gets it, throws over, and that's your ball game. Well, it took a while, but North Carolina able to finally pour it on late. 5 runs in the 4th, 5 runs in the 5th, and 5 more in the 6th, and they punt their ticket to the 6 p.m. contest. Well, it was supposed to be 6 p.m. It'll be much past that, but the last game of the winner's bracket here today. Some big knocks were the key to victory here today for North Carolina. The first one came off the bat of Reese Conklin. That was back in the 4th inning to give North Carolina their first lead of the contest. You see Conklin rounding the bases, his second home run of the tournament at that point to give North Carolina that lead. After that, Aiden Shepard followed in the next at-bat and hit himself a solo home run straightaway center field to stretch out that lead from 3-1, then to 4-1. A little bit later, Conklin comes back up in the 6th inning, and he'll send that one back over toward right field for his second home run of the game, 3rd home run. So those are your USA Baseball plays of the game in this one, as North Carolina wins a 15-5 decision here in the middle game on Howard Field today. So later tonight, we will see Anson County, North Carolina take on Sly County, Georgia here in this same field on the DYB network, and on our adjacent field we'll give you score updates throughout, as Decatur County, Tennessee will have to move over there to take on Avon Park, Florida. The winner of that one will survive to play a 9:30 a.m. contest tomorrow morning. The loser of that one will go home. We'll give you the rundown of the odds and what's going on in the next contest after that one wraps up as well. So we hope that you'll come back and join us in about an hour or so as we get back going between Anson County, North Carolina, and Sly County, Georgia. You've been watching the 2026 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series presented by Smash It Sports.